going on? Moment of your time, please. So this is a very, I guess, kind of touchy subject. I don't know what you would call this. We're going to talk about death. I know that kind of sounded very direct, very straight to the point, a little hopefully it caught your attention, but we're going to talk about death, dying, all the above. And the reason for this is, the reason I brought this up is because one of my clients, one of the family, some of the fight or flight family, someone in there has had some death going on recently, right? And, this is one of those situations where, your dog dies, your cat dies, somebody in the family dies, a loved one dies, someone dies. Things are going on in your life, and you tend to kind of veer off into, you lose sight of your goal, and you start to veer off and start seeking comfort in different ways. And I never understood that. And I guess this is my perspective. This is my whole perspective on everything. I don't find death to be so depressing. I don't, like mourning, yeah, I get it, but maybe it's just because of my upbringing. One of the things is, growing up, I don't really post my past life, but my past life was nothing. And I mean, it's probably a complete 180 of what it is today. Now I spend all day helping people. My past life, I don't like to brag about it because I don't want to do the, I had it worse than you card. And honestly, that victim mindset, fucking who had it worse challenge is corny as fuck to me. Maybe one day I'll throw it out there. I give bits and pieces here and there, but my life coming up is death was kind of normal. You know what I mean? Like, it was, people died, motherfuckers got shot, motherfuckers got killed, there was drive-bys, bad fucking drug deals, and just people just fucking die, dude. Eating like shit, nobody eats good, everybody smokes, everybody drinks, everybody does stupid shit, and you kind of just like, so-and-so died last week, oh no shit, all right, yeah, when's the funeral, like I have never in my life have I cried at a funeral. Let's put it that way. I have never cried at a funeral. I'm not proud of that or anything. I'm not bragging about it. I'm just stating my mindset or my tolerance. I was desensitized to death, I guess you could say. Now, I understand if your mom dies, somebody you lived your entire life with, yeah, that's sad. I'm not going to say you're never going to see them again, depending on what you believe in, but, you're no longer with them in the physical form. Now, at the time of me being desensitized to this, I wasn't spiritual. I wasn't, I knew that there was something there, but I never really understood or experienced anything like that. Or maybe it was just because I was when I was born, I was dead. I flatlined 4 times when I was born. Maybe that played a part in the whole matter. So let's, fast forwarding through all this, that was kind of I just want to explain how I view it. Now, getting into this, I never understood why people would fall off course due to death. Like, I would see it as, let's fucking make them proud. Let's make them as proud as possible, because at the end of the day, what would they want you to do? You know what I mean? The only time I find death sad or depressing or anything like that, or mournful, is if the person never served their purpose. They weren't living to serve their purpose. If they didn't die a great person. Like, let's say you have somebody die, right? And for 40 years, they've been a great person, but that one fucking last year of their life, they were just a total piece of shit. They were just going through that phase in life. Maybe they had something bad happen to them, and they said, fuck it. And they got into like a really bad, just a dark space for that year. You know what I mean? And they happen to die that year. To me, that's fucking terrible. That's a terrible thing. I mean, a terrible thing. And it's even, and also I think that this happens the most, where somebody is a piece of shit, or they're not doing great, or, they've been a fucking bum for, 40 years. And that last year of their life, they're fucking killing it. I mean, they're on the road to success. They just got a deal. They just got this. Something's going on in their life so great, they're about to make shit happen. And then boom, they're no longer. That's kind of mournful. But you know what? When I die, I want to make sure not a motherfucker is crying at my wake. I don't want a fucking funeral. I don't want to be dark and gloomy, nothing like that. I want to make sure I served a purpose. I want to make sure when I die, motherfuckers get left with something. I impacted their life somehow, some way, to where, this is the thing, when you die, you cause a ripple, right? And a lot of the times when somebody that does make an impact dies, they have a bigger impact on everybody else they've made an impact on. And what this causes is more ripples. So now those people that you made an impact on, and now your death has impacted the people you impacted, they can as well impact even more people. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the way I impact, I'm going to impact you the same way as you see it and say, fuck, I need to do more because I want to make this motherfucker proud even after death. You know what I mean? What would that motherfucker do? You know, that's one of those things where don't let that shit deter you. That should be motivation. You know what I mean? That shit should be fucking motivation at the end of the day. Especially if you're a Christian and all that, and you believe in Jesus and how Jesus sacrificed himself, and everybody praises the death of Jesus, but won't praise the death of a friend. They'll mourn it and be sad and fucking see it as a terrible thing, when realistically, death is beautiful. Death is a beautiful fucking thing. It can be a beautiful fucking thing if you perceive it that way. It's all perception at the end of the day. This is a hard perception to adapt to if you're not used to it, you're not there, and you've never lived a type of life where death is, you are kind of desensitized to it. But how you die, who you are and when you die is how you will be remembered, in my opinion. Like I said, and that's why I find it very mournful when somebody's a piece of shit the final year of their life, because that's kind of how everybody remembers them. Me personally, I don't want to die fucking old, sick, elderly, shitting on myself, fucking I'm hooked up to a machine. I don't want to go out like that. I need to go out way before that. Period. I need to go out fucking way before that, because I don't want to be remembered as the sick grandpa that everybody had to fucking take care of, and I held them back from living their life because I just wanted fucking get rid of mine, basically. You know what I mean? And that might be a little harsh to some people. Some of you might be going through that or have a loved one going through that, but at the end of the day, that's real as fuck. Like, if I can't live my life on my own, like, fuck, dude. You know, let nature run its course at the end of the day. You know, I don't want to be hooked up to a machine. I don't want to be shitting on myself. I shouldn't be 80 years old with my grandkids fucking wiping my ass. It's fucking disgusting. I know I'm not wiping my mom's ass. I'm just not. You know, like, I'm sorry, I love you, but I'm not wiping any grown ass shit like that. For all you guys that are in that profession or in that position, hats off to you. Because you know what, I change my baby's diapers. My wife hardly does. I do most of the diaper changing. I'm not changing no grown person shit, and I don't want no grown person changing my grown ass shit. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those situations, man. Like, you got to keep your eye on your path. You know what I mean? Because there's gonna always be distractions. There's gonna always be distractions. I mean, always. Even through life, through death. You know, like, life, when you have a kid, perfect example, right? When your child is born, should be the same motivation. I know most of you won't agree with this, but it should be a similar motivation to the death of someone you love. You know, it should be the same fucking motivation, because no matter what, you're trying to make them proud, because you know they see you every step of the way. Your children see you every step of the way. The ones that pass, depending on what you believe in, they see you every step of the way. They're hugging you. The way I see it, in all honesty, my ancestors, my loved ones, it's all love. They're hugging me as I drive this car right now. They're guiding me on a proper path in which I need to be on. You know what I mean? And my dumbass fucks that up sometimes. If I just keep a positive energy and stay in flow state, I will flow in a proper fucking direction. As long as I have a proper moral compass, I'm serving a purpose, and I got a reason. I don't know what happened when my phone stopped recording. Sorry about that. But when your child is born, should have the same motivation as a loved one that dies. Because at the end of the day, I got to make this quick. Because at the end of the day, depending on what you believe in, me personally, I believe my ancestors, my dead ancestors, all my loved ones that passed, all the above, they're holding on to me right now and guiding me on the proper path. They're hugging me as I drive this fucking car. And they're guiding me on the proper path. As long as I have a clear conscience, as long as I'm serving a purpose, I'm making an impact and being as selfless as possible, becoming the best person I can be so I can give it away to the world. Your children do the same thing. They see you every step of the way and they mimic way better than they learn. Just stay on that course, man. Don't let death deter you. Don't let death ruin your life. All right, I love you guys. Keep it pushing. Let's win the day. Hope all of you have a great, impactful, full of intention as day.